To this winter over here in this video doing sixth winter, which has not come out yet. The series is A Song of Ice and Fire. Before I start the video, I'm reading the first book in the A Song of Ice and Fire, Game of Thrones, because I started reading it recently. I'm like 150 something pages in. I'm on the Caitlyn chapter, even though there's already been a few Caitlyn chapters. It's after Bran and that crow thing, where if you've read it, you might know what I mean if you remember. If you're like a hardcore fan or something. But like Bran finally wakes up from his fall after Jaime Lannister pushes him off and everything like that. So yeah. Anyways, the Winds of Winter is a planned. By the way, I've read this like so many times. I'll read it again. The Winds of Winter is a planned sixth novel in the epic fantasy series, A Song of Ice and Fire by George R.R. Martin. Martin believes the last two volumes of the series will be of 1,500 plus manuscript pages each. They will take readers farther north than any of the previous books, and the others will appear in The Winds of Winter. Martin has refrained from making hard estimates for The Winds of Winter's final release date. In 2014, estimates based on extrapolation of Martin's writing pace predicted the release date sometime between 2015 and 2018. In April 2018, Martin revealed that the book would not be published in 2018. I think Martin should announce how many pages he's written already, and honestly, if he's not farther than 800, then that would be just dumb. Because I haven't been attached to the Game of Thrones series as long as other people have, so I'm not really annoyed. But yeah, this is the 7th year though. So, anyways, The Winds of Winter will take readers farther north than any of the previous books, and the others will appear in this book. The previous installment, A Dance with Dragons, covered less story than Martin intended, excluding at least one planned large battle sequence and leaving several character threads ending cliffhangers. Martin intends to resolve those storylines very early in The Winds of Winter, saying, "I'm going to open with two big battles that I was building up to: the battle in the ice and the battle at Meereen, the Battle of Slaver's Bay, and then take it from there." A Victorian Greyjoy chapter will begin 5 minutes after the end of A Dance with Dragons, taking place on eve of the Ironborn's arrival at Slaver's Bay, and I'm pretty sure you've read that chapter. Arian Martell sampled chapters that Martin released on his website showed her wedding for Griffin's Bruce to see the young man who was calling himself Aegon. At Gould International Book Fair 2016, Martin gave some clues about the dark nature of The Winds of Winter. "I've been telling you for 20 years that winter is coming. Winter was coming. Winter is the time when things die, and cold and ice and darkness fill the world. So this is not going to be happy, feel good that people may be hoping for. Some of the characters are in very dark places. Things get worse before they get better, so things are getting worse for a lot of people." Viewpoint characters: Sansa, one chapter was removed from A Dance with Dragons in June 2010, and one sampled chapter titled Elaine appeared on Martin's website, and then I don't care about the date. Arya, one chapter was removed from A Dance with Dragons, June 2010, and one sample chapter titled Mercy appears on Martin's website. Arian Martell, 2 chapters were removed from Dance with Dragons in June 2010. One sample chapter appeared on Martin's website in January 2013 and was read at Martin read both. Okay, yeah, he read both chapters. Arion Greyjoy, I don't know how to say that. One chapter was removed from Dance with Dragons in July 2010. A chapter titled The Forsaken was read. It was written in or before 2011, but there was no confirmation that this was a chapter removed from Dance with Dragons. Theon Greyjoy, one sample appeared on Martin's website 2011. It also appears as a teaser chapter, but that doesn't matter. Victorian Greyjoy, portions of one chapter were first read. One chapter was read for Tyrion Lannister. One chapter was read at blah blah, and another one at blah blah. Barristan, one chapter was released as a teaser at the end of 2013. And then Martin confirmed that there are no viewpoint characters intended for The Winds of Winter. Martin confirmed that Ariel Hota and Melisandre will return as viewpoints, but did not state which novel their characters will appear in, and that Bran Stark will appear in the novel, but did not elaborate if as viewpoint. In addition, he teased at the 2014 boba that Jane Westerling, Robb Stark's widow, will appear in the prologue chapter, but did not reveal who will be the point of view characters. The Winds of Winter was originally intended in very was intended in the early stage of the series to be the final installment of Song of Ice and Fire, then conceived the trilogy. Following his expansion of the series, Martin eventually concluded it would be succeeded by one final novel, A Dream of Spring. By June 2010, Martin has finished 4 chapters for the Winds of Winter from the viewpoint of Sansa, Arya, Arianne Martell, and there's 2 Arianne Martells, I'm pretty sure. In July 2010, he added an Arianne Greyjoy chapter that has been moved from Dance with Dragons to the Winds of Winter, accumulating around 100 complete manuscripts. Following the publication of Dance with Dragons in December 2011, Martin announced his return to writing the series in January 2012. Having spent the intervening time on his U.S. and overseas book publicity tours and attending various conventions, he continued to work with his 2 co-authors, Elio Garcia and Linda Antonsen, on an illustrated series companion guide, The World of Ice and Fire, Westeros History, which at one time he wanted to have completed by end of 2012. He also worked on Westeros story, the 4th Tales of Duncan Egg novel. In 2011 December, Martin posted a Theon Greyjoy viewpoint chapter from Winds of Winter. He also announced that another sample chapter would be included at the end of the North American paperback version of Dance of Dragons, which was originally expected to be released in December 2012, but was released on October 29, 2013. International paperback editions of Dance of Dragons, published a year earlier, did not include a new, as yet unpublished sample chapter. In the first quarter of 2012, Martin read new chapters of other characters at the public events, including the chapters of Victorian Greyjoy and Tyrion Lannister. Martin continued work editing anthologies and completing a large high-detailed series, Atlas: The Lands of Ice and Fire, which is published in October 2012. Martin published another sample chapter from Arianne Martell's point of view on his website in January 2013. On March 27, 10 days before the Game of Thrones Season 4 premiere, Martin posted a chapter on his website titled Mercy. Martin said the new chapter is actually an old one, though never published nor publicity read. In April 2015, Martin posted a Sansa viewpoint chapter from Winds of Winter, Elaine. In May 2016, Martin replaced this chapter with Arianne Martell, a chapter he had read from Bova, and an Arianne Greyjoy chapter that he was removed from Dance of Dragons and read at Balticon. As of June 2016, a total of 11 chapters from the Winds of Winter have been either read publicly, I can't even speak anymore, or published as a sample chapter. The point of view characters with release material are Victorian Arianne, Tyrion, Barristan, Arianne, Theon, Mercy, Arya, and Elaine, Sansa. Several websites, including Goodreads, have dedicated entire panels to any material that has been released from the Winds of Winter, including plot twist theories and speculations. In 2018, Martin indicated he won't release any more sample chapters, and then publication series will be massive. So sorry guys, this is gonna be part 1 of it. So hope you guys enjoy. Subscribe for more about yourself.